What is going on, you beautiful bunch of savages? Primetime Grand Prix PlayStation Division Season 2 kicking off right here. It is set to be an incredible night of fights. And of course, we have two of the absolute GOATs calling all of the action with me here this evening. J-Dime, Swaggy in the goddamn booth. How you doing, lads, on what is set to be a truly historic night of fights?
Man, I'm fantastic. I'm so happy to be here for the PlayStation Grand Prix. We have a fire lineup for the first round. And of course, we got a fire booth with Cyrus and Snake Dime. Let's go.
All right, so before I get to the Grand Prix, you can't call me that. Only JJ can call me Snake Dime. You don't even know the origins of this. But yeah, we got a great Grand Prix. We got a lot of great fighters here. To me, out of this Grand Prix, who I would say would be the favorite is between Nas and Buck. That don't mean they're gonna win it, but to me, those are the favorites. And Smudger. I forgot Smudger right there. And Smudger. But those three right there are like the top three where people would spend all their points to see them win, Swaggy.
Yeah, I can see them making it far, but I don't know. My eyes are still on Vanio and Buck. I still can see Vanio and Buck making a run for it and meeting in the finals. I don't know. Something in the back of my head, Cyrus, is just telling me Vanio and Buck are the guys.
Honestly, there's so many names here this evening. I don't know which way this is going to go. It's one of the exciting things about mixed martial arts and, of course, Primetime MMA is that you don't know what's going to happen. Styles make fights. There's a number of names that obviously stand out. You've got Buck, the current champion, if you'd like, who's going to be fighting for that vacant belt in the very first round up against SPG JX Goated. So that will be a 5-round fight, as is a custom on these Grand Prix. But when you look down these cards, of course, you've got Smudger there, which is by far been the PlayStation GOAT. Throughout seasons back from UFC 4 coming into UFC 5, he holds all of the records, and of course many of these guys are now looking to make themselves champion, set records of their own, and work their way into that Hall of Fame. Outside of that, you already mentioned we've got Naz on the other side, of course. We've got B3 Vanio, which is also a champion. He's had fantastic performances over the set of his career, and my dark horse for the entire competition, I think, is going to be what remains of Versatile. That guy has truly been bringing it all together recently, and I'm excited to see what he's able to do. But lads, we're not going to waste too much time here this evening. We're going to get straight into the first one. We have what remains of Buck and SVG Goated. Like I said, this is a 5-round fight due to the championship being on the line, and the winner of this will then look to defend it each step of the way as we move through this entire Grand Prix. I think we're having Tony Ferguson. Oh, we got Doctor. So, my apologies, Doc. So, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm sick as all hell. I'm going to try and push through tonight, but if I can't, we have Doctor that's going to be covering me. Appreciate you. All right. Tony Ferguson's a solid pick, especially with this new kind of increased, or the legend version of him, you know?
Yeah. Prime Tony's really good.
Better than the current Tony. But yeah, so this is Tony in his prime, but I don't know what we're looking at right now. But now, what are we looking at right now?
I don't know. I've never seen this before.
What is that? No, what is that?
I'm going to refresh. I mean, I think it's actually on their end, but that is on their end. This is apparently the newest UFC glitch that we are going to see here this evening.
Oh yeah, it's time to relobby. It's time to.
Yeah.
It's time for him to send an invite because I've never seen this glitch.
What a way to kick off the night. Jesus. Yeah, they're just going to relobby really quickly. I suppose we'll jump back across to the full card. No winners in that one. We saw that Vuck is going to be Tony Ferguson, though, lads, and Goated is on the side of Islam Makhachev. Now, the submissions are really powerful in UFC 5. Tony Ferguson has so many of them. He has the elbows. You know, when you think about the meta of UFC 5, being able to draw cuts out, attack with submissions, have heavy power in those hands, Tony Ferguson hits all of those. But let's be real, Islam Makhachev, an excellent counter to kind of all of those things.
Okay, so I think Islam, you don't even have to grapple with Islam. You can just strike with him. You can really pick your poison. You can really choose what you want to do with Islam. I think it's a tough fight, but Prime Tony Ferguson is good. And even though Islam on paper could be the better grappler, Vuk is the better grappler, the guy who's holding the controller. So I want to see how he approaches this fight. Is he going to shoot for takedowns on Islam, Cyrus?
See, this is the thing. I would imagine so. You know, Vuk is just a guy that doesn't really he doesn't think twice about going at his opponents in all regards. He will attack the submissions. He will attack the all-round ground and pound, and of course he will make it work on the feet as well. He's one of the more diverse fighters that you're going to see on the roster. A little less familiar with Goated, but like from what I've seen of him in the past, I'm sure I've seen him do more work on the feet, Jay. Like I could be lying, but I'm pretty sure he's more work on the feet. Yeah. So I imagine he's going to be trying to use Islam's Sambo wrestling kind of in reverse. You know, that old Iceman Chuck Liddell sort of thing. You have that base. God damn, are they going to stuck here? So we had Naz in the chat a moment ago, lads, if you can hear us, saying that you actually need to re-lobby. What we're actually going to do, or not re-lobby, sorry, reload the application. I think that what's best, instead of causing too many delays here this evening, I'm going to have a little look to see if the next fight is up and ready to go. The next fight is NM Proxa versus Ned. Big Balls Ned back in the octagon here this evening.
Big Balls Ned.
Absolutely.
Why was you so happy to say that?
Because I remember he was supposed to come back like early this season, and he didn't end up coming back because something happened. And I remember on the podcast I heard the name Big Balls Ned, and I got excited. Like, how can you not get excited when
you got excited?
His name Big Balls Ned. Like, he's gonna whoop somebody's ass. Like, he got big balls, and his name is Ned.
Okay. All right. I don't know I'm saying that. Okay, listen. I haven't seen Big Balls Ned fight in a while, and if I'm not mistaken, did Big Balls Ned always used to get nervous? Who used to get nervous, Cyrus, when they fight?
I mean, a lot of these guys do, to be quite honest.
It's somebody specific.
Yeah, I mean, Ned
is...
He's been like a little bit inconsistent. Like, he's had fantastic performances, and he's also dropped the ball a few times. You know, he had a lot of gaps in his kind of competition, but back when he was competed actively, he was one of the most active competitors that there was on the roster, and I think that activity is his friend now. I haven't seen him in a long time, and NM Proxa is an incredible guy to be standing across from. You can see NM Proxa in the red corner. It says I think it's Tokyo's Revenge, because somebody reported his name of Big Balls Ned, so I think he had to change it, but I think that's the story behind it. Either way, Justin Gaethje for Ned, which it fits his style, Jay, because he is typically been a marauder in the way that he's approached it. He's backing up right now, but that actually kind of gives me a little bit of concern for him, because he is traditionally a front-footed fighter.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people can fight on the front foot, but not a lot of people can fight on the back foot. He's being forced to back up. Not even forced. He's choosing not to stand his ground and stepping back, Swaggy.
Yeah, nah, like, he came out really, really aggressive at first, and he was just throwing shots and he was landing. And even now, he's just trying to stand into the pocket. But Proxer's making him have to step back with that Dustin aggression.
Yeah, I mean, Dustin Poirier, solid pick in this weight class. It was somebody that I never really used to use Dustin, because I used to like kind of some of the lower rated picks, but I started using him a little bit recently, and the power in those hands does truly translate. He sometimes feels a little slower than some of these guys, but you can really set things up with him quite nicely with the boxing. I feel like there's a lot of advantages for him in this matchup in particular, if Proxer continues to play it smart and actually keeps himself off this, off this fence, Jay. Never mind.
Oh my, yeah, this is the same Ned I remember. Okay, we're good. This same Ned I remember now. So yeah, I like the composure that Proxer is showing. Even when he's backing up, you can see there's no panic. He's taking his time. He's slowly breaking him down. Even if he get hurt, Swaggy, he's not panicking.
Yeah, no, this kind of tried to see, because I was excited to see Big Balls Ned.
I bet you were.
We're just seeing Ned right now.
So when he lost the other part of his name, is that what you're saying?
There's no loss to be seen.
I hope not.
The combinations are blistering. He's going rounded, straight shots on repeat. Beautiful work from NM Proxer. This man dialed in, looking to walk away here this evening with a big W to start off. Of course, he has his eyes set on winning the entirety of the competition, but he's off to a great start here. Always has to be careful though, Jay. Although Ned is not having a great start right now, one of the things that made him so dangerous is he doesn't quit until he's, you know, out on the canvas or until he's won.
Yeah, and if I'm Ned, see, Ned's doing a better job now, but if I'm Ned, I'm not trading for the rest of this round. I'm gonna say, oh, and this is the problem. I would have backed up because you have like 17 seconds left. Don't fight with your ego. You're already hurt, but he gets top mount, Swaggy.
Yep, no, and this is a really bad position to be in for Proxy because if
Jay Swag, on that point, it would have been a bad spot for him because I don't know if you guys recall, but back when Ned was really actively competed, he had a bit of a bad run towards the end of that, and he took a couple of weeks off and came back and decided to start implementing his wrestling. And that wrestling really took him quite far. You know, he showed that he has skills there, although he tends to shy away from it. I'll be interested to see now, Jay, if he comes out in this next round, tries to approach the grappling a little bit because the striking has not gone his way so far. And if he stays on the feet for too much longer without changing something up, it looks like Proxer may have his number.
Yeah, I think he needs to stop backing up to the cage because it's going to get much worse for you if your back's on the cage because there's nowhere for you to go at that point, Swaggy.
Yeah, nah, he's like giving Proxer extra damage too because when he, like, his cuts are open up again, but at the end of that round, those cuts are open. He's just great and oof. See, this is the problem.
Wow. Body, head. He's doing great work right now. And then Proxer looking so dialed in, evading some of the more vital shots.
So predictable. He has to make a hell of a comeback right now. It looks really horrible for him right now, Swaggy.
Yeah, I don't know if he can make a comeback. I don't know what he could possibly do right here, Cyrus, to even try to come back.
I need that double leg, bro. The thing is, Proxer not easy to take down, but he needs to mix it up. Every moment he's on the feet is a moment closer to his inevitable demise. Maybe right here.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Easy night at the office. That was easy work for him. Dustin got his revenge on Justin Gaethje. And he really showed him levels. That's what Proxer did. He showed him he did not belong in that cage, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, we all know there's levels to this, and Proxer just showed him that, you know, maybe you took too much time off, Big Balls, and come back next time.
Look, the reason he's called Big Balls Ned is not necessarily because he gets the W every time, but it's because he lets those things hang, and he comes out here, and he fights his fucking heart out. He didn't go his way this evening, rusty as all hell quite clearly, got backed up from the get-go, but NM Proxer absolutely dialed in, and a great start for him going into the rest of this competition. Yeah, fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's able to do. We're going to find out who he's going to be fighting next. It will be between what remains of Vuk, the champion at the end of last season, of course, and SVG JX Goated. These guys should hopefully be ready to go now, so we're going to skip across to those very quickly. Yes, they are. They're all lobbied up. I believe that they've restarted their game, so without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. Tony goddamn Ferguson on the side of Vuk Gaming, and Islam Makhachev on the side of Goated. Obviously, we spoke about this a little bit earlier on. In these matchups, I personally, typically... I prefer personally to be Tony, but I think that's just more because of the submission threat and the elbows, you know. I feel like if Vuk is a guy that throws a lot of elbows as well, right? So like whether it be on the ground or standing up, he can really start to locate and target some of those, you know, some of those lacerations. If he's able to cut him early, especially, it will add up across the course of the fight.
Okay, let's see how SVG J Golded approaches this. I want to see what's the game plan, Swaggy.
Well, I'm surprised. Maybe I'm not so surprised. I do expect Vuk to shoot early though. Golded's more of a striker. Golded. Wow.
Tony Ferguson has that power, bro. Vuk game and timing it beautifully. Clipped him twice, sat him down.
He got to move his feet. When you hurt like that, you can't just rely on your block at that point because you're a punching bag. Move your feet.
Yeah. The thing is about bobbling that head as well is if your opponent just guesses once even right. Guesses right even once. You know, it's a quick night at the office for them. It's what got Vuck the stun in the first place, and he's continuing to work on the block of Goated. Really start to target that body as well out here, Swaggy. Got to be careful of the uppercut in return, but if he's able to avoid that, it's going to continue to pepper that stamina of Goated.
Yeah, no, 100%. Vuck's doing a great job on the feet right now. Just doing his thing, just peppering him down, just getting it done, Jay. You know, just landing the strikes and adding the damage up.
Yeah, right now, Tony Ferguson is looking like the best version of himself. This is looking like prime Tony. When people thought Tony was that guy, when he had a chance to beat Khabib, because of the awkwardness, because of just everything that makes Tony, Cyrus.
Absolutely. Look, he's got incredible submissions, unorthodox submissions, and he, you know, let's be honest, before Gaethje kind of touched him with the death touch, he was able to withstand incredible amounts of damage. Even in that fight, you know, he was withstanding it, although it had some long-term effects. This is the prime version of him. I think that there's no better fighter, in my opinion, Swaggy, to replicate what Vuck Gaming brings to the table. I feel like Tony Ferguson may be the ideal pick for somebody like Vuck.
Yeah, no, definitely, because like Vuck likes to fight a lot like Tony Ferguson style.
Wow.
With the crazy jiu-jitsu and the wild striking moves, you know. Vuck's all about both feet and ground. He's a dog all around, you know. He's proving it right now.
Man, Vuck isn't proving he's a dog. He's proving he's the better fighter. He hasn't had to show dog.
You gotta remember now, his confidence is going to be at an all-time high. He ended it last season as champ, Jay. And, he's coming out here now fighting just like that. He understands this is a 5-round fight, but he doesn't want it to go that way. Vuck always looking to get finishes actively and early in those bouts.
What adjustments he's going to make?
Vuck's always trying to finish the fight.
Targeting the body, good move from Islam Makhachev. I don't know who's got the better recovery, but both guys are endurance machines. I imagine the cardio is not going to be too much of a factor, especially this early in the bout, but you can already see that Islam Makhachev has a laceration under that left eye, J-Dime, and as we mentioned at the beginning of the bout, Tony Ferguson may look to start to target that now over the course of the next, potentially, 4 rounds.
Yeah, that's the scary part. Him targeting that, and he's already built up some damage. So at this point, I'm wondering, what is the SVG corner telling Goated right now?
I'd say if he was Charlie Olives, I'm sure it would be the jumping crane kick, but it is not. It is not. He is Islam Makhachev. He's got to rely on more fundamental striking combinations, which Goated has always done in the past. He's a much more traditional fighter in the way that he approaches this game. You can see him feinting out that lead hook, using the push to his advantage as well. Got to be careful, though, because he's absorbing a lot of damage on this inside. Jesus, man. Couple knees to the body. Looking to set up a triangle in future if he gets it again, but the onslaught of damage just a little too much.
At what point do you just, like, take too much damage on the feet and just say, I'm Islam, I'm just gonna wrestle?
Yeah. Shooting that down. The thing is, it's up against Vuck, right? And that's another thing.
Well, yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah. So Goated may actually kind of prefer his options on the feet. He just needs adjustments because he's getting tagged a lot, but it's not like he's completely out of the fight health-wise or stamina-wise. He just needs those adjustments to come quickly, Jay.
Oh, man, he should have made an adjustment a while ago, and I think he should wrestle. Even if he don't get the takedown, just mix it up. Give him a different look, because Tony Ferguson is doing whatever he wants right now, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, and he is kind of falling into that little, like...
Wow.
Oh, what? Oh, that's his moment. Now, how is he going to take advantage of this?
Yeah, no, he needs to jump now. Like, he needs to benefit from this.
Yeah. I mean, see, I like when you get somebody rocked, I think that the jab is your best friend. It peppers that block, sets up the range. But the problem is his head health and his block is kind of fucked.
Oh, yeah.
It's not fucked, it's vucked. And Vuck is looking to work his way to another victory.
we know, at least we know Islam's not out this fight. He can still hurt him, but it's looking bad, Swaggy.
Yeah, nah. There's still a puncher's chance, right? But for the most part, Vuk is dominating. Oh, that was nasty. And I think Vuk wants a knockout on the feet. I don't think he wants a ground and pound finish.
Absolutely. My goodness, that's got to be it.
Oh.
Beautiful.
It's over.
It's over. Easy. That was way easier than it should have been. Vuk with a beautiful performance.
Yeah, vintage Vuk gaming right there. Once again, Vucking up another opponent and booking himself not only the championship at the beginning of this season, as you can see with the belt wrapped around his waist right there. He now moves through to the next stage of this competition where he will defend his belt coming into Season 2. An amazing start to Season 2, just like it was an amazing end to Season 1 for that man right there. Vuk Gaming truly seems to be leveling up his performances week in, week out with us, Swaggy, and I, for one, am very, very intrigued to see how he's going to be able to match up against the other killers, because it's not like you have a week to prepare with these now. You need to be able to do this, you know, fight after fight, 3, 4, 5 fights in one evening to kind of truly cement yourself as the best to do it.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, Vuk is that guy. Vuk's always been the guy that's able to go the entire night in a GP. I don't think he's ever done it, but tonight could be for sure the night he gets it done. And I do believe that he is very more than capable of keeping this belt and ending the Grand Prix, especially after performance.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Well, as you see here, we go from one champion to a now former champion, NM Smudger,
yes,
looking to come back in a blistering way here this evening. He's going to be going up against a very entertaining fighter in Wicked HS, representing the Hit Squad. I've actually seen this guy's socials quite a lot. He posts quite a lot on TikTok and the like, always putting out some highlight reel KOs. So, you know, I'll be interested to see how that kind of flashier style. I was going to say flashier style. He's actually gone Dustin, so he can't be too flashy. But
yeah,
he's a solid fighter, and I think this is maybe the biggest test I've ever seen with him. I've seen a lot of clips on socials, but now is that testing ground, J-Dime, to see how he stacks up against one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, and you could be as flashy as you want, right? But your skill and the basics is what's going to take you far, because we didn't see Nas post the flashiest TikTok clips, but we didn't also see Nas win a championship with his IQ and the basics, Swaggy.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Like, you can't fight flashy all the time, you know. The flashy fight style is cool on quick fights, you know, early ranked, but once you get into a top dog fight like this, especially against Smudger, you can't be using anything pretty, Cyrus.
No, exactly. And you did do a good couple of trades right there. You got some good damage off, but I instantly peeped from Smudger that he is, using things like lead hook, body uppercuts, and he's going to really, really pepper up that midsection quite early. He just has to be able to evade the uppercut return that I mentioned a moment ago, because obviously they are massive in terms of counters. But I really don't know. I feel like Smudger is just like a league above the majority of people. But styles make fights. And Wicked may be able to turn an upset. Maybe not.
Ooh!
Smudger zoned in, landing those hands. Nice and easily.
That was very close to good night for Wicked.
You are back on the camera, but not on the mic, my man.
Okay, I'm back.
There you are. Wicked.
What
were you saying, bro?
Oh.
I hope.
Yeah, you're back. I think it might be a connection issue, but
it
is.
is.
It's stabilizing. You're all good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're good.
We'll take this opportunity to give a big shout out to one of the leading in biddies, King Jon Snow, coming through with 65 biddies. as we see Smudger getting a big rock, we had Toby Ruins MMA a little bit earlier on, and V Payne's coming through with a gifted sub as well. We appreciate each and every one of you, lads.
Oh, yeah. I feel like did I miss anything? What happened when I was gone?
A couple of combinations. I don't know if you saw the rock, and I think it was a knockdown as well from
Yeah,
Smudger.
knockdown.
Yeah. Oh, look at that, bro.
Oh,
He's
I didn't
so
miss that.
dialed in.
I didn't miss that.
Oh yeah. Smudger's locked in right now, man.
Bro, he's won more of these Grand Prix than, like on the PlayStation side especially, than anybody else. So I'm sure his confidence of being able to walk away with a victory here this evening of the entire thing is at an all-time high. And as you can see, one of the reasons for that is he's not taking Wicked easily or like lightly here. He's not taking this matchup lightly, J-Dime. He's pressing this guy. He's zoned in. He's looking for big counters and he's landing them.
Okay, why? Okay, we're good. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. I was about to say that Smudger is whooping his ass right now and showing him there's levels to this game. Listen, if you ever want a belt, it goes through Smudger. You have to beat Smudger because he's the guy, the staple of the PlayStation community here.
Truly. I mean, if Wicked beats Smudger here this evening, then he would definitely become one of the like dark horses of the entire thing, just to be able to get a win over such a big name. But you know, obviously he's having all sorts of difficulty early right now, and he needs a major switch up swag to be able to walk away with a victory. Smudger looking too clean with it, too dialed in, and right now just seems to be working his craft at his own pace. You know, everything's at his pace, which is problematic if you're Wicked ways.
Yeah, man, Smudger's locked the fuck in right now. It's not looking good for Wicked. Wicked needs to adjust, and I feel like he needs to switch his combos up more. He's kind of throwing similar combos, and Smudger's gonna read that all day long like an open book, and he's just gonna continue to counter, and like he just did, he's just gonna continue and counter, do his thing.
Oh my!
And you gotta think.
Counter. Oh my!
You gotta think Smudger kind of is coming into this. It's over. You kind of gotta think he's coming into this whole tournament kind of with a chip on his shoulder because of how the last couple of weeks have gone for him.
Absolutely.
So maybe we're gonna see a very locked in, most competitive Smudger ever today.
Anytime he's ever dropped an L in the past, he comes back better than ever. Always been the case. J-Dime, always been the case. And once again here this evening, he's looking as dialed in as he ever has. I think that's a big W for him. Going to continue to build that confidence that he already has in spades, but he moves on to that next stage right now, and we're about to see who he's going to be fighting. Two OGs of the community. What remains of Versatile up against AKA Hoo coming back into the octagon here this evening.
That's a good fight. Hoo and Versatile. That's a surprisingly good fight to me. Okay, why I'm shacking up. I remember when Hoo was supposed to be next up from where? Egypt? Actually from. Hold on, I'm about to restart this.
You're all good, bro. You're all good.
I'll be right back, though.
This is really good ping for a Hoo fight. I think that's what Jay was trying to say, but it is really good ping for a Hoo fight.
The cameras are going to be out a little bit for the moment, lads. So you're going to see the massive base of, it says J-Dime, but that's clearly Swaggy.
I'm not letting y'all say I got a big forehead. I'm gonna get in the camera for this.
Bro, that ain't a 4-head, that's a 5-head right now.
I'll come fight you, Cyrus. I don't care, you're sick. We can get a grappling match in. I got a mean spider god.
Spider god, bro. Alright. So, Versatile MMA using Justin Gaethje, going up against who's Islam Makhachev. Now, Islam Makhachev being the pick for him, he doesn't traditionally wrestle a lot. He is more of a striker. I'm surprised he didn't pick somebody a little bit more flashy out here. And we are back. J-Dime. Hello, brother.
Am I back from the dead?
You are rising like a phoenix. you are back, my man. Couple of quick combinations coming out. Hoo going for a few overhands nice and early, trying to set the precedence that he is looking for damage. But Versatile very much keeping it short and sweet. He looks like Justin Gaethje did up against, you know, Was it Vic when he's just dialed in when he's up against?
Oh yeah, he killed James Vick in that cage for real.
Bold,
That's what he was like.
Shouldn't have called him Homer, man. You shouldn't have called him Homer.
Yeah, that. Listen, if you're gonna call him that, you gotta be good enough to back up that talk. That's the problem here. And what he did to James Vick was crazy. I still have that knockout saved. I was recording my TV screen. I still have that in my phone.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Sent that boy packing after that as well. I don't think we've seen James Fink since. But
Yeah.
he's looking really good here this evening. Islam is landing some good shots. He's chipping away at that head health. The overhands have actually gone a long way because he's peppering with the double jabs and using subtle back steps. He's actually he's suddenly getting the better right now. Versatile kind of does need to go back to keeping it short like he was and be a little bit more careful of the head movement. Beautiful.
Ooh.
That was a devious little elbow he snuck in.
Okay. I'm expecting someone to duck that head kick. If you throw a 2 into that head kick, I'm expecting someone to duck it in the match to end, Swaggy.
Who's gonna duck it though?
That's a good question.
Who's gonna duck it first?
Rolling Thunder there for Versatile. Front kick there, clearly. Oh, Jesus. I love the body work, man. I always do, but like it's weird because he's landing the better shots to the body and he's not throwing as much, but his cardio going a little bit quicker for Justin Gaethje right now. I think that might be due to the damage that we're seeing from Islam Makhachev on the face, who actually, madly enough, has less significant strikes.
Dang, what is Khabib saying in this corner right now? Is Khabib giving? Is he giving technical advice, or is he telling? Or what is he telling him? Because you know, Khabib, like to say, I don't know how he coached. I don't even think they give technical advice. I think Islam is really on autopilot, right? This is what I think happened. You know, what I'm saying? He gives him more like mental advice, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He'll tell, don't let him get up, or stuff like that. But he don't tell him anything really technical. I'm telling you, they've been trained to be killers since birth. So he kind of on autopilot. So, yeah.
Yeah, the vitamins they get put on as children, they come out here strong old lads. Strong old lads.
Come out the womb already knowing how to lift up a bear. That's what happened.
Yeah, bro.
Nice work. Versatile really starting to try to change it up right now, keeping up a sustained amount of damage, attacking that block and head health. Has to be careful with the big counters, and he is with another lovely step back right there, Swaggy, avoiding some of the big counters that Hoo is clearly trying to fish for right now.
Yeah, and Verse is doing a really good job just moving around and just fucking keeping up the pressure right now. He's doing a great job.
Good push and into the kick, J-Dime. I do love that push when it's utilized correctly, but as you can see, Versatile really, really honing in with that boxing and getting the better of the combinations once the stream comes back.
Ooh.
Nice step back. Nice. He need to land. Islam need to land his shots in between them Justin Gaethje combos. And he can get back in this fight, Swaggy.
Yeah, and he can definitely get back in this fight, but Verse is just throwing a lot. It's hard to get behind. Ooh. It's almost messy.
Oh, there it is.
Nice.
Overhand. Overhand. Who is thrown?
Oh, step back. Oh, this is where momentum. Oh, this is where I think momentum's going to shift now.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Still in it by the hair on his chinny chin. That was close, Swag. That was fucking real close, man.
Yeah, that was really scary close, and And now Hoo has a big opportunity to finish it down here as well, I believe.
Hoo not traditionally a grappler. I'd actually say Versatile has an advantage on the mat, but of course, top control is such a big thing to have, especially if you're Justin Gaethje, who, let's be honest, has no BJJ, he has no jiu-jitsu, he ain't throwing up submissions, but
yeah.
Maybe he needs to bring out that highlight reel, Gaethje, once again, J Diamond. Maybe shoot a double leg, pick this guy up and slam him on his head.
Yeah, but I think this momentum has shifted now, and it's up to Justin Gaethje to land something to get this momentum back. Because now Hoo got that confidence now. He didn't drop him. Here we go. They got momentum now. This is Hoo's world now. Justin Gaethje has to land something significant in the third round for that to change.
Absolutely. Look, for me, like a lot of people know this already, but people are adjusting. They look for patterns in what you're doing. And right now, you know, Hoo has identified that he is throwing a straight and then a rounded shot. So all he's waiting for is that straight, and then he's pulling the rounded shot each and every time. And he's having a lot of success with it. So he needs to start putting like jab straights together, a couple of other variations. Otherwise, he will get made into mincemeat.
Oh.
I'm loving the jab of Hoo. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh.
Everything behind this jab. Look at him just peppering it.
Oh.
Keeping the pressure on. Wow.
Ooh.
That
Wow,
was...
he could have pulled one of them. Nice. Nice step back, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, Justin Gaethje has to do something major. He doesn't have much stamina. And this momentum, it's a snowball effect now.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice takedown.
That's what he needed. Only 3 rounds in this fight, though. This is not a championship bout, so he needs to get busy. He may have won the first, depending on which way you scored it. But oh my goodness, is Hoo very, very much at the peak of his confidence right now, Jay. A quick reversal from this man and getting that early denial as well, with a lot of time to work. 2 minutes 40 is no short amount of time when you're, you know, in bottom control.
Yeah, I told you once Islam got the momentum, now Justin Gaethje got to do something. And I'm afraid he's not going to do anything. He's on bottom. He's on the bottom too. Like you said Versatile has the advantage in grappling. It's different when you're on bottom and you're already hurt.
Absolutely.
So it's over.
Absolutely, bro. Like you say, you know, bottom control is not a great place to be unless you've got very, very high jiu-jitsu. Justin Gaethje, not one of those guys. And like you say, being injured definitely didn't help him either. But Islam Makhachev, aka Hoo, getting a big W. I mean, Versatile was one of my underdog picks for the entire thing. I said it at the beginning. So Hoo getting a big W there, Swaggy, absolutely massive for him. Let's be real.
Yeah, no, that's a huge W for Hoo because Verse was a favorite on a couple of people's list coming into this to make it deep, and Hoo just knocked off a big dog, Jay.
Yeah. Hoo started off slow in the first round. It was close. He was getting pieced up. Once he made his adjustments and his read, there's nothing Justin Gaethje could do because every time he threw a round strike, he either step back counter or duck countered him. There's nothing he could do about that.
Well, lads, this does mean that, as you can see on the graphic ahead of you, we are now moving across to the right-hand side of the bracket. The left-hand side is all locked in. We're going to be having B3 Vanio up against what remains of Curtis. OT is what I'm going to go with. I'm not familiar with Curtis, but the What Remains camp has been a very, very much a dominating force on this division recently. They've got a lot of members. You know, you see their names mentioned on basically every card that we do at this point. So I'll be interested to see what this Curtis is able to do, especially going up against a former champion in B3 Vanio. Vanio has been fantastic across the stretch so far, and obviously has his eyes set on that championship, as does everybody else. But the fact that he's touched that gold in the past is going to give him a lot of confidence in this matchup.
Okay, so this is the problem I have here. Or that's not the problem. Okay, his name's Curtis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen him fight. Or maybe I have. Maybe he had a different name. This is a big stage for me to see him fight because, like, just appearing in a Grand Prix is crazy.
Absolutely.
Like, that's a lot of pressure. Like, for real. And I'm about to say this before we start. I don't like the name Curtis either. I'm about to be so real right now. It's like Curtis is such a grown name. Like, you come out the womb at age 30 if you're named Curtis. Like, you don't see a 5-year-old and be like, hi, Curtis. Like, that's a grown man name. You came out the womb with a mustache and a beard already.
I rate it, bro. He was born a man. Well, like, what are you gonna say, you know?
Yeah, he came out the womb with a beard.
It's Curtis with a K.
It don't matter if it's with a C, a K. He came out the womb with a beard already. He already hit puberty.
That K stands for kid.
Yeah, I'll be real with you. This is the matchup I thought we'd see a lot here this evening. I thought we would see a lot of Charlie Olives up against Islam Makhachev. Charlie Olives, one of my more favored picks in this weight class for sure. But you can see right now that the problem is sometimes he gets clipped. Although he does get +10 to all offensive attributes every single time.
Yeah, that's the only problem with that is he's got that +10 attribute in every fight except when he fought Islam. He did not get that attribute when he fought Islam. Ooh.
Oh?
That's not a bad shot. Like, I'm not mad at that shot, but I think Curtis isn't out of this, but just spawning in the Grand Prix is a lot of pressure. You got to be the chosen one to do this, Swaggy.
Yeah, nah, like it's cool being on the prelims of a live event, but you know, the Grand Prix ain't for bums. And we've seen people that we didn't think belonged, like I believe Rolling Thunder was one of them that nobody thought belonged in the Grand Prix, and he made it really far. So maybe Curtis could be that guy. Not looking like he's gonna be that guy.
No, you never know, but you're right, because Rolling Thunder did go in the Grand Prix and beat a lot of people that no one thought he could beat, which was so crazy. So Curtis could possibly do that. But that's the thing, you know. He has a good advantage because no one has a scouting report on him for real. No one knows what he does for real. So this is really a first time for everything, Cyrus.
Exactly right, bro. Exactly right. It's an opportunity for stars to be born. He's battling through the trenches right now, but Vanio definitely just in control, looks dialed in, looks like he has already seen the script here this evening, and he's trying to walk away with a nice early W. I'm all behind it, lads. If they can get finishes nice and early, you know it's going to help me, yeah?
Vanio's doing his thing right now. Vanio got to change his PSN to Vanio the dog.
Nope. That's not
Vanio's a dog. Got that dog in him.
No, don't. That name sucks. I'm not going to lie.
Dog. Oh!
He doing what? Now
Nothing.
What is he doing?
He's not. He's doing fine. It's a close fight now.
No, it is, but don't change his name though. Vanny the dog. No, it just doesn't sound good, Swaggy.
It sounded good in my head.
Yeah, until you said it.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to try things, right? Not everything succeeds.
Yeah, and that was not one of them.
Hit off
The
eventually.
respect being shown in between rounds from these two competitors. You can see there's a lot of success on the side of the former champion B3 Vanio, but the newcomer, that new blood out here, J-Dime, did find an opportunity to throw that head kick. He's showing some kind of green mistakes right now, though, throwing those kicks on the inside. They will get him caught if he's not able to kind of buck up a little bit and start to capitalize on some of these big openings that are available to him.
Yeah, and win or lose, he's going to learn a lot from this, and he's showing that he's not no slouch. He stunned Islam at the end of that round. He's showing he belongs here.
Curtis looks much cleaner in the second round than he did in the first round. I'm thinking it was nerves coming into it.
Could have been. You know what I'm saying? Like, first time jitters. It's your first Grand Prix. You know what I'm saying? You had to get the jitters off. But right now, Vanya was piecing that boy up. I can't even lie to you, Cyrus.
Yeah, he just is way too calm in there. He is, you know, it's almost like he feels like he's not too much out of threat. You know, those stutter-step kind of backwards that he's doing, it all really, really kind of highlights his comfortability, you know. The fades up. It's beautiful, man. Vanyo's a beast out there. He keeps you guessing, never lets you know what he's thinking next, you know.
Nice. Man, it's always, and he did this well against Smudger too. When he throws them body shots, when he's on the move, they seem to always hit the target, Cyrus.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they do, absolutely. Cracking is crazy. I was gonna.
Yeah, there we go.
I was gonna say there's a lot of blood on Islam Makhachev, but I just realized it's all Charlie Olives.
Yeah.
Jab straight.
Oh my god.
Body.
Oh, body.
Curtis is a heavy bag out there.
No, he is. And
Oh,
just
you
like
missed the flying knee on the
yeah.
inside, bro. That's crazy.
No, he sidestepped that. He's seeing the sidestep. Here's the thing. Curtis is losing his stamina. This is bad. And his body health. His body is low because he invested in the body early. Look where his body health is right now.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's,
This is on death's door, man. His stamina gone, his head health gone, his body health gone. That
He's just
block.
trying to survive at this point.
I mean, throw in the towel, man. Throw in the towel. If he finds a way back into this, then Jesus, I may end the stream right here because he is on 0 stamina, on 0 health, and
oh my god. Look at his face.
why is the doctor not even saving him at this stage?
The doctor didn't even hop in. The doctor don't even care. The doctor on his lunch break right now.
I think there's one thing that can save him. I don't even think the doctor can save him.
What's that one thing?
He needs a gun.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh my.
Wow,
This
this
is-
fun.
He is getting dog walk.
Oh my. This is
There it is.
Oh my.
Super
That
necessary.
was. Yeah, that was. Okay, listen to me. If there's such thing as a 10-7, that was it. That was it. Because Vanio showed why he's a former champion. He showed there's levels to this game, and he showed Curtis that he's not ready yet. Curtis may be ready in the future, but it's not his time right now.
Well, I mean, we'll get it confirmed from the guys in the back, but that might have been his first live card, to be real with you. We got to remember now, guys, you know, everybody knows, innit? I've been ill as fuck, so we cancelled last week, we rescheduled for this week, and a couple of guys pulled out as a result. So a couple of guys managed to get the call up, an opportunity from that outside, or just inside the outer 15, you know, top 20 sort of guys. And I think that's where Curtis fell into the mix. So he managed to punch himself an opportunity, and I think you said it earlier, Jay. He will learn a lot from that, I'm sure. If he goes back, you know, works with his team and looks at that footage, there's a lot to be learned from that matchup against one of the best to do it in Vanyo.
Yeah, and Curtis has the teammates to help him. He has very good teammates like Vuck, who's beat Vanyo. Like he has John Africa. He has Versus Style. Like there's so many guys he can learn from in that camp. So the next time we see Curtis, I expect him to be even better.
Absolutely, goddamn-lutely. Now, with that being said, lads, we have what is obviously set to be another incredible matchup next. Sorry, as I correct the issue I made on Jay's cam, I do apologize. So we will skip across to this full card now. You can see we are in the right-hand side of the bracket. The next one up is actually not what it says on your screens. This was a very short notice replacement that we made before the event started here this evening. We didn't have time to update the graphics. AKA Dave is still the man that's on the roster, but MG, unfortunately, is not part of tonight's event. Instead, we will be seeing what is only going to be described as a mythical creature when we discuss the PlayStation Grand Prix. It is the one and only NB Ginger. who placed once again at the very top 20-ish sort of mark towards the end of last season. And due to this pullout, he is stepping in, my man. He is stepping in and going up against Dave for his opportunity to claim fame once again here this evening.
Oh, I do like this because I remember Ginger in that PlayStation Grand Prix. I remember Ginger was this mythical character. I remember Ginger winning the belt. Like, Ginger is his own biggest enemy. It's Ginger's confidence. It's what version of Ginger are we gonna get? But I remember when him and David fought, him and MK Dave fought, and it was a great fight last time. And Dave's another one. Like, he can either be the best in the world or the worst in the world. So this should be a great fight, Cyrus.
Oh, I couldn't agree more, my man. Couldn't agree more. I expect this one to be like a bit of a dogfight, but one of these guys could also absolutely land something nuclear in the opening going. And right now, it looks like MK Dave means to do just that. He is giving Ginger no space whatsoever.
Oh my God!
He ain't allowing any mythical creatures be formed here this evening. He is the legend killer, it would appear, Swag.
And I don't want to say this is karma for Ginger being rude earlier, but this is karma for Ginger being rude earlier.
We just had Matrix in the chat saying,
Oh,
you ain't wrong, Matrix. You ain't wrong. Matrix in the chat said we know what version of Dave we're getting today.
Yeah, we see what version. It's the craziest thing ever, Cyrus. Like, Dave, I remember, I think he had beat Caliber one time. Like, Dave can look like the best guy in the world and look like the worst guy in the world the next week.
But the thing with Dave, I'm sorry to cut you off. The thing with Dave's inconsistency is Dave will win five, like, really, like, oh, Dave shouldn't have won those fights. But then he'll lose to 5 people that he should beat in a row. Yeah. He'll win 5, lose 5, win 3, lose 3, win 2, lose 2.
Look, the reality about that is, the reality about it is that when Dave is on, he is a problem for fucking anybody. And like you said, he wins 5, right? And let's be real, this is Grand Prix. He needs to win 5. It fits perfectly.
Yeah.
It fits perfectly, Jake.
Okay, listen. Yeah, I agree with you.
He's not defending the belt.
We're not going to act like that wasn't just a massacre. We're not going to act like that was competitive. Performance of the night so far. Cyrus.
Easily.
I remember, Cyrus, I remember the last time they fought, it was like 50-50 down to the wire, right? This was not close. This was not competitive for a second. He went out there and got the job done.
Bro, this is why Ginger likes to hide on the Xbox side, and PlayStation ain't for him. It's just not for him.
What I'm saying to you is that Dave is most certainly on every PED known to man. He has turned up here this evening, juiced to the gills. And you know what? Much like Pride back in the days, we're all about that shit. So we want to see this man perform at his best, and that was exactly that right there. A massive performance for him, getting
it was crazy.
Huge goddamn W, bro. Like I'm beyond shocked, to say the least.
That was fast too. It wasn't even like a Vanio dog walking. Like, Vanio took 3 rounds to dog walk.
He didn't play with his food. He ate his food right away. He did not play with it at all.
It was starving.
Well, lads, we move on to the next round of this right-hand side of the bracket. We're going to be having Naz stepping into the octagon. Now, you may notice it doesn't say NM Naz next to his name right now. He has recently founded a new camp. That's the Soviet style of boxing, so they're called Soviet style Naz. There's a couple of other members. I don't have the list with me at the moment, but he's looking to represent that here this evening as he goes up against Mike, K1 Mike at that. Now, of course, the K1 name suggests, as we've seen him perform in the past, Jay, this man has some silky smooth kickboxing kind of pedigree, but he's going to need that because the Soviet style of boxing from Naz is actually a perfect fit for him. He has excellent counters, he lands big damage, and you need to mind all of your P's and Q's because he is a killer in that cage. You need to be a high-level striker. You need to make sure that you're minimizing the openings and not biting too hard on some of these feints that he's going to put in front of you.
Yeah, I'm interested here because we know what Nas do. And And Michael has really good, he has really good boxing. He fights really well in the pocket, but if you fight that close in the pocket, you're open for Nas counters. So I want to see how this clash of styles go, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for this one too. I mean, I'm expecting Nas to come right out the gun, just swinging. I'm expecting not really a dogfight, but
I don't expect that.
him to be an aggressor.
I expect him to fight off his back foot. That's what I expect. I expect Nas to fight off his back foot and counter.
From the back foot.
Yeah, he's a counter striker, like through and through. Naz is like obviously he ultimately turns it on and starts walking you down, but that's after letting you walk on to what I can only describe as death. I mean, he finds left hands, right hands, head kicks from all sorts of positions.
Yeah, and I vividly remember I forgot who he fought against. I remember Nas used Conor at welterweight against Kamaru Usman, and he fought off the back foot, just counter, just you know what I'm saying. And the cage wasn't getting cut off, and Nas fights comfortably off his back foot. So it's up to Michael to cut this cage and put that boxing pressure on him, Swaggy.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Now they're just fighting in the pocket. Mike is doing a good job at trying to back him towards the cage. It's got him behind the line now, Cyrus.
Yeah. So this is the thing. He's semi following him. He is trying to cage cut, but he's getting caught throwing combinations. And this is the thing, when you're trying to cage cut, Jay, you can't be throwing 3, 4, 5 pieces. You need to be keeping them short so that you're able to move your feet with your opponent to continue to cut off that cage. Otherwise, you find that you're chasing them. And of course, a counter striker wants just that because it gives them more space to work and more opportunities to find an opening for that finish.
Yeah, I'd mix in a body shot. Like I throw a jab, lead body hook, throw a lead hook, leg kick, just to slow Conor down.
I mean, even wrestle, man. Poirier is, good on the mat. He may not have the takedowns like an Islam Makhachev, but he's superior on the ground to Conor McGregor in virtually every aspect. Or in every aspect.
I believe he's a jiu-jitsu black belt.
He is recently,
God.
I think he got...
He is, but we give everyone black belts now, so we're not about to do this here. I'm gonna be real here.
Jay,
we're giving everyone belts, Cyrus. You know that,
bro. You know that not all black belts are equal.
It's levels to black, like just any belts in general. I'll give you an example. Mighty Mouse's brown belt is not the same as Alex Pereira brown belt.
Oh, for sure.
No, Mighty Mouse would probably tap him out too.
like Mighty Mouse needs a black belt at this point.
Surprised he doesn't have one yet. Thought you hit a flying armbar in a UFC title fight, you immediately get one.
Yeah, and we've seen what he's done recently in competition too. Mighty Mouse has looked real good against guys that are 215 and all these big guys. Come on, I keep my
that single leg
track.
Was nuts.
It was, and like I said, all belts are not equal. Alex Pereira got a brown belt for knocking out Izzy.
The thing about it as well, though, is that belts. Ooh. They don't fully carry across to what you would see in a cage. You'd think that it would, but in order to get a belt, you've got to train in the gi. There ain't no gis when you're fighting in a cage, bro. There ain't no gis. Like I trained personally for like 4 years, something like that, before I had like an injury, and I didn't train in a gi once, bro. Like, I'm technically a white belt, but I used to spar regularly against people who were much, much higher. It's it doesn't always mean everything, but as we know, this is a game, and it's not just about the picks that you have; it's about who's behind those sticks. Naz is very good on the mat, although I don't think that we're going to see that, quite honestly. I think these guys are going to continue to meet on the feet and find openings for their boxing and kickboxing combinations, which have been pretty beautiful to watch so far. They're doing a really good job of finding openings on each other and setting patterns.
Oh, here's the thing, right? Nas is fighting good off his back foot, but Mike won the first round. Mike won round 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I expect Nas to get way more aggressive with the counters. I think, like I said, Mike has to use his boxing, make it a fight. Don't let it be clean don't let it be a clean kickboxing match, Cyrus.
Yeah, I honestly, I think that, like, if Mike's going to get a victory, he needs to land more damage. He needs more damage, bro. But that's it. That's it.
There we go.
This is what I was going to say. Naz, when he's like, you know, even though he might be a bit ahead a little bit early or behind a little bit early, it's like Lomachenko, bro.
No,
he's behind because he's making
over.
reads, and then he's gonna capitalize.
Yeah, and Mike opened up. He threw too many shots. He got countered, and Nas took advantage. And yeah, that was a good fight.
That's all she.
That was insane. That was insane because, like, 1 second it looked like Mike was doing a really good job staying on the scorecards, and the next second he was sleeping. It was out. It was over.
Fantastic. The legendary Naz once again getting a big W here this evening. Of course, he has his eyes set on not only the PlayStation Gold, but as a man that has both consoles, I know his hopes are to become the first double champ in primetime history. There are some ways to go there, but if he's able to continue to put together wins, then that is something that will surely be around the corner. I am sure this was a big first step in that direction. He has this Grand Prix ahead of him, and as you can see right now, it is Killer's Row, so there are no easy fights. The next one, I have some bad news, lads, and this is... Mud UFC has pulled out at the last moment. Now, it is his birthday. I think that he may have got a little bit intoxicated, but unlike Michael Bisping, he cannot fight through that intoxication. So he has gone a little bit MIA, and that means that Not Nasty is going to get a bye through to the next stage. As a result, you will see now that we have the full quarterfinals all set up. What remains of Vuck Gaming going up against NM Boxer on the first stage, or the very next fight for the Primetime PlayStation Gold. We will be having NM Smudger up against AKA Hoo Hoo, which is an incredible bout to find out who will be fighting the winner for the belt. And then we have B3 Vanyo, aka Dave, Naz and Not Nasty. That is truly Killer's Row. I don't really know how this is all going to play out, J-Dime, but when you look at those matchup of names, there's a lot of camps being represented. There's a lot of killers who have done some great things in the past, and I think it sets us up beautifully for, you know, what we promised to be an historic card. It was worth the wait, my man. It was worth the wait.
Yeah, and I'm ready to get this show back on the road. I'm ready for the next round.
Well, hopefully, if I am not mistaken, they are about ready, and they are, yes, they are good stuff. They are brilliant. Here we go. We have this one. It is obviously weight classes change each and every stage of this Grand Prix. So this one now in bantamweight throughout. I believe we're going to see Peter Yan up against Corey Sandhagen, but I've been caught out too many times to say that that's a guarantee at this stage. We'll see if they actually ready up with those picks.
They're readying up.
I think it's a fun match. I think that's a really fun match. I mean, Peter Yan's kind of slept on these days, in my opinion. Not a lot of people using him as often, but he does have the ability to do it absolutely everywhere, and some of the most superior boxing of this weight class. But Sandhagen is very, very long, very dynamic in the way he approaches it, so got to be careful of all sorts of wildness that may come back your way.
Ooh, it's interesting. I think Corey Sandhagen's actually a good pick against Yan sometimes, but it depends how you use him. And I think Yan is still dangerous. He may not be Peter Yan from UFC 4, but you can still get the job done, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I feel like Yan is a really good pick for Vuck as well, because Yan got the wrestling, and he immediately used it, Cyrus.
Yeah. I think it's a really smart move when you're against a taller fighter, somebody that has dynamic striking range. Being able to take that away from them is putting them flat on their back. Now, he's worked his way over into that sprawl position, but this is a notoriously hard position to get out of, J-Dime. And you can see that Yan is wasting no time peppering up that body and easily moving across to this back-sitting position. That's not a good sign that he wasn't able to deny that from Proxer. He even went back into sprawl optionally, bro. I've never seen it.
Yeah, this is bad for Proxer, even though he's not in dangerous position, only because Vuck wants to wrestle, and Vuck's been on top of him since the early part of this round. You're giving Vuck a lot of time. There's still 250 left, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, and Vuk doesn't strike on the ground for no reason. If he's gonna posture up, he's gonna land those elbows, and he's gonna try to finish right on top of you.
Top mount, a horrible position for ground and pound. He gets the posture up only to throw an elbow. Obviously, this man is seasoned in all positions. He's looking to target. He's looking to target that head. Maybe open up a cut, as we were talking about. You know, he was able to do it in the first fight. Didn't need the doctor to step in, but when he gets these top mount positions, Jay, he is like a cobra. He is going to absolutely constrict you there and slowly work towards that finishing blow.
Oh,
Oh,
and
wow.
now I'm about to say, here we go. This is, even if he doesn't do no damage, even if he doesn't get this sub at all, he can just camp right here and really just win the round. That's
You got that.
nice. There you go.
You got that with 0 stamina as well. Like, that was just timing. That was all pure timing, bro.
Nice.
Now, the thing is, Proxer should have the advantage on the feet, just because he's the more traditional fighter. But the problem is that when you're up against... Jay, you know this as somebody who fights traditionally yourself. Like, when you're up against somebody that's wild, that's so unpredictable, there are different angles that they're coming from, and it's really hard to fight a normal traditional style and prepare for the... You don't know what's coming. You know, they all come out.
Yeah, because you practice for people that's going to throw the shots you're supposed to throw, like a traditional straight, you know what I'm saying, like a jab. You don't prepare sometimes for these weird angles, and if he throws like an overhand from chest to chest range, like, you don't prepare for that. It's like, it's the weird stuff that's not correct, but if someone's so talented, they can make it right for them.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, they touched them up in the second round. Once again, this is a 5-round fight. Your second championship bout of this evening. NM Proxer, the challenger, trying to dethrone the newly crowned champion, Vuk Gaming. Came out of the end of Season 1 as champion, entered Season 2 winning the belt. Trying to continue that momentum. But you can see Proxer digging deep for it, Swaggy, trying to find openings and trying to attack that body to put money in the bank for those later rounds.
Yeah, nah, for sure, but he's still got to be wary of that takedown because Vuk's 2 for 2 so far.
He's not 2 for 2. He denied one of them.
Didn't he got him down, but he got right up, no? He got like in the stat guard and then...
No, not that. He actually denied one. I'm certain of it.
Oh, so he's 2 for 3.
Yeah.
The thing that Vuk is doing so well, man, is he's just playing that green light, red light, green light so goddamn well. On the inside, he's landing his combinations and he's moving his feet. He uses feints of like single leg feints and the like to set up and to cover some of that distance. For somebody that's so offensive, Jay, he's so offensive, but he does it in a way that actually means that he's relatively defensively sound as he's doing all of these approaches.
Yeah, and Vuk's striking has gotten so much better from when he first started fighting in PT. Like, I gotta commend him for his improvements.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Nice work. He's really choosing his engagements well.
Nice.
Gets another beautifully timed takedown. No resistance from NM Proxer right there. Just due to the timing being so impeccable from Puta Jan. Of course, full guard not where he wants to be, Swaggy. Slicing through that guard effortlessly, but not able to hold half guard.
Nah, man, Vuk's just cruising along on the ground right now. He's landing the strikes he wants. He's just trying to get his stam down, and then he's gonna make his move. And Proxer just wants to get back on the feet. Vuk's like, no.
Vanio, yes, this is 5 rounds. My man Vuk is champion. He won the first fight. And obviously was champion at the end of last season. So he is now going to be defending all the way through. Or the winner, whoever wins that belt, will be defending it through to the very, very end. Does not look like Vuk Gaming is trying to let go of this belt anytime soon. Absolutely playing out of his socks right now. doing absolutely everything that's needed to shut down NM Prox's style out here, Swaggy. It's been a beautiful display of mixed martial arts from Vuck so far.
Yeah, nah, Vuck is doing his thing on the ground, on the feet. He's doing everything in his power to stop Proxer. Proxer really hasn't been able to get anything going at all, and his gas tank's very low, and that's not good when you're using Corey Sandhagen, Jay.
Yeah, and I want to know, what are them boys telling him? What adjustments is he going to make here? Because right now, Vuck has, like you said, Cyrus, has the perfect strategy to shut down what Proxer wants to do.
Yeah, and it's so easier said than done, but priority number one, stop that takedown, and then the rest can start to be worked on, because he's not having an opportunity to set up his feet because he's so worried about the takedown. And you can see that Vuck is capitalizing on that, feinting takedowns and allowing him to close range. Another slip hook lands with beautiful accuracy, and he's got him hurt. The uppercut so narrowly missed, and that could have been the one.
Ooh.
Wow. A little unlucky with that. Very, very close. You can see that the damage visibly adding up on the face of Sandhagen at this stage. 4 minutes to go in this third round of a potential 5 rounds that is totally scheduled here this evening. NM Proxer digging deep, trying to find an opening, but he is absolutely fighting out of the fire right now. Definitely hurt. But he hasn't given up. You can see it, Swag. He's out here trying all he can to get a victory, but Vuck, once again, looking so goddamn clean here this evening.
Yeah, man, Vuck is just so dominant. Anything Proxer tries just is not working for him, and he is trying to switch the game plan up. You can see it, like, he's trying to come at him in different ways, but it's just nothing's working for him. Vuck has an answer for everything right now, Jay.
Yeah, and Proxer has to do something, because Vuck has been dictating the pace since the beginning. If Vuck wants to wrestle, he's going to wrestle. If he want to strike, he's going to strike. He's in total control, Cyrus.
No, absolutely. And look, the thing that Vuck does so well is he always takes his opponents into deep waters. If they don't crumble in that first round, he will just continue to work at you, and he'll try and take you as deep as possible, because he's looking to not just get W's, he's looking to make points, he's looking to make a statement in every time he steps in front of that, in front of his opponent in this cage. And he's doing it again, man. NM Prox is such a top talent. For him to be worn down and beaten like this, vucked up.
Oh, wow. Literally.
Incredible.
Yeah, that was... Vuck looked really good there. Yeah.
It doesn't get any better, and still your PlayStation champion of the division. Moving on to the next round. What remains of Vuck Gaming? We said that they are a camp that has been performing out of their skins recently, and Vuck Gaming is the guy that's been leading that charge. We saw NM for the longest time have Smudger leading the charge for their camp, and that is exactly what Vuck is doing for what remains right now. He's put them on the map. He continues to put on performances that are truly sensational, and he's got to be riding a high right now, confidence-wise, J-Dime, as he moves into the rest of this competition, already booking himself an opportunity at that semi-finals.
Of course, he got his confidence right now. Look what he did. He just had close to a flawless performance there, and he still has his belt, which is scary, because what did Teddy Adler say? When you get a belt, you get 10% better when you become a champion? Yeah. Vuck had 10% better. Scary.
100%, bro. 100%. 10% maybe even a little bit modest. With all the resources that become available for actual champions in the virtual space, it's mainly just about confidence, of course, and this guy's confidence has never been at a more of a high. He always believed in himself, but his results are now starting to follow the work that he's put in, Swaggy, and he's clearly put in the work. It's been evident. Jay mentioned about his striking improving. He was always great on the ground, but his striking definitely up there now, and it's because he mixes it all together so seamlessly.
Yeah, man, Vuck is one of those guys that has been around for a long time, and he's been known to get it done for a long time, but he was never able to be a dominant champion, you know, a tribal chief, if you would. But now he's really putting that energy deep into it, and I'm excited to find out who he fights next, because who versus Smudger, either one's gonna be a war against Buck Cyrus.
Yeah, absolutely, goddamn, especially the way that Hoo and Smudger performed in their first fight. J-Dime, both Hoo and Smudger fought flawlessly in their first fights. Like they didn't take a step wrong. So this is genuinely one of those edge of your seat sort of action bouts that I expect to truly deliver. I don't know which way it's gonna go, but my goodness, don't blink when it's Hoo and Smudger in that cage.
So this is the thing. This is what I'm thinking about now. Oh, hold up. Okay, wait.
Oh,
just wait. We're getting back. We're getting back.
Oh,
okay.
man.
All right. So this is what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that. Is this us or them?
This is them. This is them.
Oh, I thought this was me. Okay. So I was about to say, what will prevail? Will it be Smudger, his experience level, or will it be Wild style? Because even though Hoo fights Wild, he makes adjustments. Like, it looks wild from the outside, but he is thinking in there, Cyrus.
Yeah, and like this is one of the things. I mean, last time he was a little bit more of a traditional fighter, and now he's got Sandhagen. It's a bit of a double-edged sword because he has the ability to get more dynamic, which can sometimes play to his benefit, but also against somebody like Smudger, can send you to the land of wind and whispers on a moment's notice. Right, Swaggy? You can't afford to be doing too wild of shit against Smudger, because he's been the champion for so long. He's seen the who's who of fighters. He's not going to be shocked by really anything that you're putting out there, and a lot of those bigger, more flashy shots are highly telegraphed.
Yeah, no, 100%. You know, I feel like Smudger is definitely capable of stepping out of the way or dodging flying knees or most spinning things. But Hoo is, you know, very good at trying to set wacky stuff up like that, which there are certain setups for flying knees and things like that. And I do feel like if he finds a nice one, you know, catch something nice, Jay.
Man, I was over here just glued to the screen just now, and Smudger's doing some really good work right now, Cyrus.
Yeah, 100%. Like he's not pulling away with it quite yet, but like he is on the right tracks to start and to form a bit of a run in this fight. I'm loving the switching of stances from Hoo though, but he has to do it intentionally and with reason, because when he switches, you can see that it is changing the striking opportunities for Smudger, and he is doing it without even thinking about it. He knows what is available when his opponent's in each and every stance, Swag, and you know, he seems to be capitalizing on it more so than Sandhagen, which is a bit odd.
Yeah, no, Smudger is reading him fast and early, and Smudger is getting good counters because of that. I feel like Hoo already has to switch it up, Jay.
Yeah, he does, and he has to get off that cage. But I think Hoo will make an adjustment though, like he did last fight. But against Smudger, you got to make your adjustments fast. You can't let him get to too good of a start, Cyrus.
No, completely agree with you. And Hoo did some really good things in this promotion before his stint away for behavioral reasons, but he is now back. And he didn't stay, he didn't kind of become complacent during that time. He stayed active elsewhere and continued to put his graft in with his teammates. And I believe that what we've seen tonight, so far, fully exemplifies that. He has looked fantastic here this evening. He's fighting some of the best to ever do it, and he's holding his own for the most part. So as we move into the rest of this fight, Swag, he does have adjustments that he needs to make. He definitely is behind by my scorecards coming into round 2, but there's 3 rounds in a fight, and there's plenty of time for him to make those adjustments and get something working.
Yeah, no, for sure. Who's more than capable of making the adjustments and making them well enough to get back into this fight. But like Jay was saying, out of all people to have a start like that, Smudger is one of the last you want to have a start like that, because he's just going to run with it and stay hot.
Once again, like many of the greats, he traditionally starts a little bit slower. Obviously this is a 3-round fight, so that probably has a factor to it as well. He is starting out a little bit quicker in all of these bouts, but he's having more than just a moderate amount of success. And you can see he's reading the big kicks coming his way. It's just, if Hu had let that go, it would have been lights out. But he just about pulled at the right time.
Ooh.
This is a good little bit of a flurry here from Sandhagen as he's pressing the action. Good start to step back as well, Jay. I mean, the calf kick is actually pretty big for him. I'd actually like to see a little bit more than that, because he is fighting in boxing range 100% of the time with Sandhagen is right now up against Yan.
Yeah, I'd love to see them calf kicks. I want to see him take the base for Peter Yan, because that's an underrated tool, a calf kick. Not a leg kick, just a calf kick.
Nice slip into the lead hook. Catching him well. There is sustained, regular damage going from Smudger to Hu at the moment. He is definitely making adjustments. He's trying to throw out a couple of naked hooks to try and land, but not able to stop that takedown. That was monumental for him there, Jay.
Yeah, he needed that too. And now he got top mount too. Now he can do whatever he wants. He can land his damage now.
He was able to counter some of the momentum that Hu was getting in his favor, and now once again completely and utterly on his back foot. Smudger is a sensational talent, even on the ground. A lot of people see him do his work on the feet so often, Swaggy, that they forget that this boy can grapple his socks off, especially if he's got fucking somebody like Peter Yan.
Oh wow, yeah, nah. Smudger is an absolute dog. Smudger can fight anywhere in the. Oh my god.
Yes.
I was just so mesmerized by the flawless fighting of Smudger there. It was. He's 2 for 2 today, and like I said earlier, I really do feel like he's coming into this with a massive chip on his shoulder because of the last couple of weeks. He's either leaving with that PT belt or in a body bag, and that's what it looks like tonight.
Or in a body bag. It's crazy.
I don't disagree, man. This man's here to kill or be killed right now, and obviously he has no intention on dying anytime soon. So he is out here putting together phenomenal sets of work. Another big W over somebody that was clearly dialed in here this evening. We saw what Hu was able to do in that last fight, but that did not stop Smudger coming back out here and absolutely excelling in every regard possible. Congratulations to him as he moves on, and he now bunches himself an opportunity at the Primetime Gold once again up against what remains of Vuk. It does move us on to the quarter-final section. On the right-hand side of the bracket now, of course, we are going to be having B3 Vanio up against AKA Dave. Should make for a very, very fun fight between, let's be real, 2 top-level talents. I mean, Vanio, previous title holder, and we spoke about it a little bit earlier on there, Jay and Swag. When Dave is on form, he is almost unbeatable. And if the last fight that he had up against Ginger is anything to go by, he is truly on form here this evening. So that version of him going up against Vanio makes for an incredibly, incredibly interesting matchup.
And here's the thing. Vanio is... I don't know where to rank Vanio. He's in my top, because I've seen him beat Smudger. He's up there for me. But Dave, we don't know what version of Dave we're gonna get. We got the great version, Dave. Usually going on a 5-win streak. But what's gonna happen now? Are we getting? Yeah, keep going.
It depends how many fights he won. I think this would be a new season, so this would be like his first win of the season. So I do believe he's got a couple wins after this. I don't know, like Dave never just goes 1-1. It's always 2-2, 3-3, 4-4. It's never just 1-1, and he never wins one then loses one. Like it's always wins 2 then loses 2, at least.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's tough.
Well, without further ado, lads, these guys are about ready and raring to go. I will be having Doctor covering my ill ass here, so I'm going to be jumping out for a second. Doctor's going to be jumping in. Without further ado, B3 Vanio, aka Dave, all of the marbles on the line, lads. About time to get it going.
And here we go into it. This is going to be the bantamweight again. Jan versus Sandhagen as the matchup by the looks of it as well. So bound to be an interesting time. You're going to imagine that Vanios will not keep it that length, use the distance, and then with Dave, it's going to be more fact. Ideally, he wants to do the same performance he did to Ginger that we saw last time.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of Ginger.
Yeah, he did, but he really did. It was kind of impressive.
Not for Ginger.
No, yeah, not for Ginger. But... Well, starting out at a sparse pace, Dave seemingly wanting to be the one putting on the pressure, leaving no room for Vanio. But Vanio's part of the B3 camp. He knows the pressure. He's dealt with it so many times. Like, this is probably the average day for a spar with him as well.
Oh, yeah. And he has a lot of experience, not even just with the B3 guys. Him also used to be an M2, so he's sparred with some of the best people on this PlayStation side. So he's used to every type of style, Swaggy.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah. Oh my.
That's a quick one.
Version of Dave. You see what version of Dave we have.
Dave is wasting no time. He's looking really good. Oh, lovely counters. Vanio going right back. I mean, if I'm Vanio, maybe go for a takedown. He's shown countless times he's able to grapple, and I think slowing this momentous pace of Dave down is what he seriously needs to do here.
Yeah, he either needs to slow it down or survive. If he can get Dave to gas himself out somehow, some way, that would be good for him, but Dave's looking to kill and not be killed.
Yeah, Dave really is looking to kill, and I think this is the first time we've seen put this hard outside of his title fight against Vuk at the very end at PC 125 or 124, and Dave is just, again, he's putting on his pace game, just not wanting to give him any room to breathe.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay, they say Dave is trying hard right now, because Dave,
Yeah.
Dave's out here throwing flying knees, dodging front kicks, throwing bombs.
Oh, he did explain to that though. Oh, but Vanio's thrown to it. The block is low for Vanio as well. They're getting through. The grappling's coming into using the knees just to do a bit of damage, but now going for the grappling, what we called for earlier. But Dave keeping that high takedown defense. Jesus,
Dave's
right.
going crazy right now, dog. Oh my god!
Dave is coming out putting on performance in the GP tonight. He was a last minute, like he literally got into the GP a few hours ago. It was a last minute couple put-outs, and Dave took the opportunity. He went 3-0 on unaired so far this season, and so this is where he's ended up, and he's looking better than ever, getting another knock.
Oh my god!
Vanio's struggling here, and it's ridiculous to see, Jay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is over.
This is.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't even lie to you. Dave, this is scary. He's a scary man right now.
In the world.
Nah. If that's the Dave we're getting, if that's the Dave we're getting,
I'm scared. Yeah. No, I'm genuinely scared what we're going to be seeing now, Dave. So he's now 4-0. His next fight, I believe, already 5-0. I think he's now 5-0 with that overall. Because he won 3 on the unaired. He's won 2 in this GP, so he's now 5-0.
Dangerous waters. Dangerous waters.
It is
for
very
Dave
dangerous waters.
It's dangerous waters because Dave has gone 5-5 many times, but I've never seen him go 6-6.
Well,
I've
maybe
never seen him
see
get that 6. But shit, he's got 2 more. He just needs 2 more, and he walks out of this thing the champion.
2 more, and the ones to beat him next would be Naz or Nasty, depending on who wins. First time we've seen Nasty, so he's going to be coming out really clean. Naz has already seen a fight. We've already seen him look really good in how he's been fighting as well against K1 Mike. He took a round off and then came out and killed the poor man. So, I mean, that's a fight itself is going to be interesting. But Jesus, Dave is... Yeah, we had the mythical fight of Ginger. He beat Ginger. He took that mythical energy, and he's doing it himself here, it seems, tonight.
Damn.
Sheesh. No, that's crazy because Dave has taken out 2 former champions on the road. On the road, yeah, he's in his bag right now. This is, I'm not trying to jinx him and say this is the best version of Dave, but Dave is on one right now.
Maybe, but yeah. Jesus. I'm interested with the way the rest of this goes. We did previously have predictors back all the way back on post-mortem. I'm just going to have a quick scan to see if I think I wrote it down somewhere, in fact. And our original prediction was going to be Robin versus Vanio, swag.
Yeah, my whole bracket's busted. Like so far, I had Vuck.
Well, you've got 2 of them. You had Smudger and Vanio. No, you had Smudger.
I had Smudger and Vuck. I didn't have Vuck?
No, no, you didn't have Vuck. He got killed by Robin, according to your bracket.
Oh, damn. Mm-hmm. See, I really got screwed on some of the dropouts, you know. But you know, if Robin wasn't there, I would have said fuck. So I got 2. I got 2.
Yeah, no. That's insane.
We got people in chat saying they believe it's going to be Vuck versus Naz. Which I'll tell you why I don't. I'll tell you why it would be a tough road for Naz. Because one, he has to get past Not Nasty right now, but then he's got to defeat Dave. And
yeah,
Dave is on one tonight.
Yeah, he's 110% on one, and with that also comes the fact that Dave's got experience on Xbox. I think is what gives him the edge here as well. He's got experience from both sides of the consoles, and so he fights a variety of styles. Typically, you see a few styles dominate Xbox and a few styles dominate PS, and so Dave's ability to have that cross-platform experience, I think, is giving him an edge. Naz also has that cross-platform experience, but I think in this case, as you saw with someone like Frosty, with Naz versus Frosty, I fully believe that Naz is going to have that difficult matchup if he gets there, because, of course, first and foremost, we do have, as you can see here, Naz versus Not Nasty. And it's weird to see Not Nasty go a not boxer. Like Sonya Dong, Cheeto even. But Sandhagen is kind of a weird pick to see, I've got to admit.
Yeah, because you got to fight so clean with Corey Sandhagen. You cannot let it be a dogfight. You have to get yours and get out, Swaggy.
Yeah, nah, for sure. But, you know, at some points, Corey Sandhagen just looks like he got aimbot. And that's just because he's so long, and he can just land the shots from no Diddy. He can just land the shots from across the cage and just do his thing.
Oh my gosh, not the no Diddy.
I saw your face. I had to.
Oh. I didn't think you noticed that.
Well, Naz on the back foot, Not Nasty holding that center octagon, using the long range of Sandhagen just to piece them apart. Typically not the style you see that beats Naz. The way Frosty did was kind of in the pocket and just making sure to land that rear hook on any of the trades. And so that may be a game plan that he wants to look into as the fight progresses. But so far, it's fairly composed and slow and steady so far.
So I always wonder. Oh my goodness! I was wondering how Naz would approach this fight, and he's still fighting off his back foot, even though he got Peter Yan, and he's still working, Doc.
Yeah, I mean, this game is people always say it's a pressure matter, but distance, it doesn't really matter about pressure, and that's what Naz is doing. He lets his opponents walk in. He knows the distance that he's striking here, Swag, and then he just grows when he wants, not that he feels like not being forced to. So yeah,
man, Naz is a devious little weasel, and he just, you know, he's just gonna wait for you to throw them strikes, and he's gonna, and by the time you know it, you hit.
Cyrus from the back here, calling Naz a weasel is wild. You may have to fight this man.
I asked him to grapple. I told him I'd fly out and grapple him.
Why do he talk so crazy about PT competitors? Why he do that?
I mean, if you want to see any more crazy talk out of Swaggy, just go watch PT Postmortem. He's mental on there.
I was about to say, 'cause Swaggy, you talk so crazy about all the people we see fighting, like you're going to fight them.
I talk crazy about everybody. Well, I uninstalled the game, so I can't fight anybody on game, but...
Well, getting back to the fight, Naz is playing the slow and steady pace. He's playing. That 1-2 lead hook is the main combo. He's going to a 4. He's looking for that straight as well. So, I mean, right now, if you're nasty, probably a lead body kick or rear head kick. Maybe he just pulled it back there, but it may have done some damage. If he can keep that length a bit and start manipulating those kicks into his game, I think he's going to have a bit more success here, Jay.
Yeah, and Nasty's not doing a bad job right now. He probably lost this round, but he's not doing horrible, Swaggy.
Nah, not at all. He's sitting back, and he's really, I feel like he's making his reads, and he's gonna come out a little smarter on the next one. These WR boys, they do always have, at the most times, they usually have somebody in their ear cornering with strong game plans. So maybe we'll see some of that knowledge coming from the corner of not Naz.
Well, fake glove touch right off the bat. Typical Naz fashion, as always, but that's to be expected.
Genius.
I would never touch Nas gloves, though. I'm going to be real. First of all, I don't want to touch people's gloves anyway, but if you don't touch their gloves, you take away the possibility of them fake gloves.
Oh, that slip back, and the uppercut. Going for this. Wasn't able to get the stat guard due to the stand being relatively the same there. But back to the feet a minute into the round, and down already scored for Naz. He was scoring significant damage, and I think now the block is starting to go with Sandhagen. Not nasty, not giving it enough time to regenerate in a lot of cases, and it's just allowing shots to get through here, Swag.
Yeah, nah. They're just kind of standing in the... Well, they were standing in the pocket for a second, and it looked like they were going to brawl, but... Now Naz is back to doing Naz things. And back to the counter-striking Jay. Oh my god, what a knee!
Yeah, that's a nice knee. Sometimes it's a strikes you don't expect that.
Oh! It's a lack of shots after getting the stun that kind of confused me there. Suddenly I was expecting a lot more pressure. And now the stun and the uppercut, nearly ducking into it, nearly getting dropped that way. Side steps back, but aren't able to get combos. The rear hook lands cleanly. I mean, his head health is just about surviving. He does manage to survive it.
Holy.
Nobody's sure how, though. Well, pace suddenly slowing down, still on the ground. Looks like Nasty wants to get into that sprawl position. Can get for the get-up, especially due to the negative J being gone now. It means these get-ups are a lot more viable, but Naz staying tight on those denies here, Swag.
Yeah, no, 100%. They're both being smooth with the denies here. Ooh, not there. And now, where do you think Nasty wants to be, Jay?
At home, sleeping on his pillow.
I mean, if he keeps
not in a cage with Naz.
No, I'm playing, but he's not doing a bad job. Yeah, his head health is toast though.
Yeah. Walking him down, getting him against the cage even further. Naz able to blitz combos if he wants to. Yeah. Not Nasty has looked good on a few occasions, but a lot of the issues here, as he said, chin is just gone. Naz has managed to out-exchange and out-trade Sandhagen's chin in a few cases, and it just means he can't do what he wants to. That happens. Now the ground and pound raining down, and he gets the finish.
That was nasty.
That was indeed.
Yeah, he did his thing that fight. That was a good fight. Hey, Hey, Swag, you know you have a device wrong. It says something with a device, Swag. You got to fix that.
That's not me.
Oh, that's me.
You shouldn't have made it was you. We're supposed to say Swag.
Oh, it is me. It is me. It's
we
always
go.
my fault.
There we go.
That's because my phone's died.
Do you?
I had muted myself on stream. It should be good to come back and cover for a moment, so that should be no problem. If you want to try and fix that real quick, that would be ideal, Doc. But that was a big win for Naz right there, lads. He did a fantastic job getting that W. Back and forth battle between those guys. You know, I don't know if this played a factor or not, but you got to remember as well, Not Nasty came into this a little bit fresher. He didn't actually have to fight that first fight, but Naz a little bit more dialed in, making it work, and ultimately getting another big W. You know, he's going to be very happy taking a step into that next stage. But from what I heard, these people saying in the chats, however much you want to take this for fact, but according to them, Naz does have some difficulties up against Dave in those matchups. So I'm very intrigued to see how that semi-final plays out on the right-hand side of the bracket.
Yeah, no, 100%. Dave is on one tonight. Dave looks almost unstoppable. And I'm very excited to see what Naz can do against him, because Naz has been doing his thing with the counter-striking, and Dave has been the aggressor in every fight so far. Doing exactly what Naz wants his opponents to do. But I'm excited to see if he can counter Dave.
Well, the good news is that we are not going to have to wait long. We have one fight to go before that happens, and that is going to be between, of course, the two absolute legendary fighters, which is what remains of Vuck Gaming and NM Smudger. Two of the best in the business, period. And they're going to match up now for Primetime Gold in a 5-round fight. Middleweight is now the weight class, J-Dime, a fun old weight class as we approach these semi-final spots.
Yeah, I'm really interested. Okay, who would Vuck go here in middleweight? That's.
I actually think the Drickus is maybe the best pick for him. Yeah, Drickus Duplessis. He's going to be stepping into that cage, man. It's because of the grappling threat. You know, Vuck needs the grappling threat. You said it earlier, Jay. His striking definitely come a long, long way, but a lot of that striking is set up by the grappling that he does, or at least the threat of it.
Exactly. Him being such a good wrestler makes his striking better. He needs that. He can't use a character that has none of that. Like, I could never envision Vuck getting Israel Adesanya. It's just not his style.
Ooh. I am surprised Smudger didn't pick Izzy, though. Unless it was a ban, but...
Nice. I think that Vuck has to mix in the wrestling, though. I don't think it could be a straight kickboxing match. I don't care how good he got, Cyrus.
Yeah, it is vital. It is vital for him to wrestle. Smudger is just too goddamn good on the feet, man. Like, he really is. He's able to make reads in real time, Swag. He capitalizes on them very, very quickly. So mixing in that grappling is just going to add another sort of intangible to this bout where, you know, it's going to make him maybe a little bit more hesitant to let go with some of that incredible striking that he has.
Yeah, no, 110%. And that's exactly what Vuck needs to do. And I'm surprised he hasn't already started it, or maybe he's just trying to confuse Smudger so he can start grappling. And I do believe it will be coming. And Smudger's just doing a good job keeping him against the cage right now, Jay.
Yeah, and Smudger's investing for the long run. He's landing heads, getting out. He may land a body uppercut, but he's going to have the stamina going into the next round, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right. And the thing is, especially with the way that Smudger fights, he attacks the body so often and early. He really does make mincemeat of his opponents, you know, in that regard. So I think that the longer the fight goes, the worse that is typically going to be for Vuck, unless he can establish a takedown in the early parts of this bout. I feel like that is what is vital here. You know, although he's going to work the body and everything else, it's just not enough without a takedown, which he gets. Lovely work, Swag.
Yeah, no, he did finally get the takedown, and it was nice. he's doing a good job getting into the right positions as well. But he can't let Smudger break this fast, Jay.
Yeah, Smudger got back to his feet right away. That's good defense. But oh, nice. But I think Drickus has to make this a fight. He has to be sloppy, Cyrus.
It does. He needs to make this into a dirty fight, 110%. Where and like people forget about it. We say takedowns, but I just mean grappling, man. Clinch this guy. Like, you know, do what you need to make this a dirty bout. Try to get those shots in when he's least expecting it, because Drickus does have some, you know, like good power in those hands, and he can test the chin of Izzy if he's able to connect with them.
Oh.
Straight landing, beautiful work.
And the round one, that was a fill out. That was a fill out process. Now this is where adjustments kick in. What adjustments do you think they're going to make going into round two, Swaggy?
Well, I do believe Vuck's gonna try to get into the clinches more. The clinches will maybe be a little bit easier on him to actually get into than the takedowns. And I think Smudger could just kind of keep doing what he's doing. Just keep the flow going.
Yeah.
Weather the storm.
The thing is, like, when Smudger gets a lead, he doesn't let that shit go, man. Like, he's so good at when he's ahead in the fight. Like, the fights he's lost is when somebody's got a stamina advantage on him early or got him rocked early. Like, if he gets ahead early, typically he starts to run away with it. Now, I'm not going to count out the champion. Vuck Gaming has become the champion at the end of last season and at the beginning of this card here this evening for a reason. But he does need to find a way to weather this storm, as Jay was saying a moment ago, because he is absolutely battling out of the trenches right now. And fighting fire with fire not working for him, Jay.
Yeah, it's not. And like I said, Smudger keep mixing in these body shots in between too. He's trying to make sure he's trying to humiliate him. Look at oh my, this is.
That was clean, man. But as clean as it gets. Oh, nice.
Oh my. Oh. How? Oh, that was his everything.
God.
He put everything into that.
Trying to go for that old Hail Mary, man. Oh, Jesus. Right.
Oh,
He almost got caught doing it. Oof.
it's close to giving up stage. I'm not gonna lie. It's close to.
I was
I gotta
thinking the
try
same,
something.
bro. I was thinking the same.
Yeah.
He's literally trying all he can right now. He understands that he is going to lose this fight if he doesn't do something, and he is trying to do everything to get himself back into this one. But Smudger seems too cerebral, seems too calm and calculated in these moments. Although he has sustained a little bit of damage, he's not out of the realm of possibility that Vuck manages to catch him with some high vulnerability. A little bit of luck and a lot of commitment is what he needs right now.
Vuck doesn't have much. Damn.
That's the problem.
I feel like that's why he's not gonna catch him with something big.
He's baiting him. He's been baiting Vuck to throw this whole game. He's been baiting him. Like, Vuck needs something. He has to throw a head kick or something because this is bad.
Nice. Up kick keeps him in it. Once again, saving more lives than seatbelts. But that's it. Oh, that's it right there, bro. Gotta be. No way. Beautiful.
Man.
Beautiful, bro. Does it get any cleaner, Swag? Does it get any cleaner than that?
Man, Smudger's just... It's just adding to my point. There's no way he didn't come into this Grand Prix pissed off. Like the last couple of weeks, it should have went my way, and he's just trying to steamroll everybody. It feels like he just came into this GP with a hit list, and he wanted to come get his belt back, and that's what he just did. He just got his strap back.
Absolutely, man. I think it's only right that we give this man his due. With that victory, J-Dime, that means that we have an and new champion of the PlayStation division. Sorry, I lose my words. NM Smudger, the GOAT himself, manages to work his way back to it, and as Swaggy rightly said, came here this evening motivated with a chip on his shoulder and is absolutely performing to a next level. I mean, Vuck, let's be real, Jake. Vuck looked incredible tonight. He was vucking everybody up. For Smudger to come in there and do that to him shows the level of where Smudger's at right now.
Yeah, it seemed like Smudger had to humble him. That's what it seemed like. Hey, like, we know Vuck got a belt, but Smudger said, "You must have forgot who I am." That's basically what he said.
Goddamn-lutely. And with that one, the fight that we were talking so much about a moment ago, it is going to be between AKA Dave, a man that is creating a mythical creature in his own right. He has been on a killing spree here this evening, but he is now going to go up against one of, if not the toughest threat for him so far at this stage, and that is, of course, between the silky smooth striking of, I was going to say NM Naz, but Soviet-style Naz, as he comes out here trying to showcase some of that new Soviet-style boxing that he is trying to employ.
Uh-oh. This could be good. Like I said, we didn't see Dave twice now. We didn't see mythical character Dave twice. Can he do it for the third time?
Davis looked ridiculous tonight. Ridiculous.
Well, he normally goes 5-fight win streaks, 5-fight losing streaks. He's on a 2-fight winning streak here this evening. He only needs 2 more to walk away champion. But in order to do that, he needs to get out. He needs to get Naz out of here. And this is the thing. Naz, this style up actually makes a lot of sense. You've obviously got Dave, who's like typically more of a forward pressure fighter, but Naz being more of a counter striker. They kind of complement each other's styles very, very nicely, Jay.
Yeah, they're the opposite of each other, so this should make for a great fight. I gotta know how Dave gonna close the distance, Swaggy.
Yeah, nah. It looks like right now they're just kind of trying to read each other and see what's up. The last 2 fights, Dave just came right out brawling. You can't really do that to Naz, though.
It's called a lack of respect. When you don't respect somebody, you try stuff on them.
He's out here trying to style. No, I know. He is like. This is one of those fights, man. I feel like the first guy to get a rock runs away with it. Like that's the way that this one goes. In the center of the cage, MK Dave now starting to try and establish some of that range and striking. He's doing a really good job. But look at that sidestep, Swaggy. Beautiful, beautiful work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Naz is on point right now with the movement, with the footwork. He's just doing his thing, but Dave is just so aggressive.
All about that educated jab. Both guys trying to find their range with it, J-Dame. But as you can see, they're kind of just trading a lot at the moment. Neither one of these guys really able to establish dominance at this point in the fight.
Yeah, this is a real good fight right now, and I'm just waiting for that stun. I was waiting for that one stun that makes this into a crazy match, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, 110%. Because right now it just seems like they're playing chess, and it's really the first one to make that big move, like Cyrus said earlier, could necessarily be the one that holds dominance this entire fight.
Wow.
Oh,
He's clipped him. Can he capitalize? He doesn't want to get overzealous. He doesn't want to overcommit. He allows him to recover, and he's going to look to try to find another opening for a big moment just like that. But the first rock going to Naz, which means his confidence 100% is rising right now. Fun old first round, man. Fun old first round. But as you can see, very, very close in terms of statistically. A although the accuracy 100 times better from Naz. In all honesty, the accuracy was so much better. Looking at those stats right there, he did get the stun as a result as well, Swag, which of course speaks volumes to the accuracy that this man possesses and the counters that he tends to find.
Yeah, no, Naz is a very precise fighter. Every strike he throws has a reason, and that's why most of them land. As to where Dave's just trying to find his bag right now. He's just trying to step back in that bag, and he's just trying to find the holes and just hit them. And Naz isn't allowing him to do that.
Nas fighting so clean right now.
He is, Jay, man. He's looking like silky smooth. You know, he's really kind of in his own bag right now, aiming and firing. He isn't, you know, he ain't spraying out there, bro. He's aiming and firing.
He ain't hoping and praying. He's aiming and firing.
That's the one. The flying knee attempt from Dave. Nice little pullback. I think that a little bit more of that might even be needed. It's wild to say because obviously it leads him to bigger counters, but right now, a traditional style matchup kind of getting him caught. I feel like he needs some of that madness to take Naz back out of his element right now, Swag. Because Naz is in just that. He is in his element.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that Dave is fighting maybe a little too traditional right now. And maybe he just does need to try to just step on the gas and just shoot in pressure and fire, because that's what we've seen him succeed at tonight. And you know what they say, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
But why is he trying to put duct tape on it?
I think that, like, yeah, it's one of those ones. Maybe it's for the respect of the countering of Naz, but his volume has definitely gone down considerably in this one. And a lot so with the boxing. It's like he's tried to come out here kickboxing this fight when he was just boxing the fights before that, Jay. Yeah. Oh, there it is. The boxing.
Oh, and here we go. Oh.
Naz did not like that. Woke him up. Gets a stun of his own. He now means business. He's out here with bad intentions.
I feel like it maybe might have been a bit too late.
Never say never, my man. Never say never.
Oh my gosh, he got to work on Anderson Silva's chin. He got to, I mean not chin. He got to work on Izzy's chin too. He gotta land something.
Oh, this is actually looking real bad for him. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's over.
He's fucking dead.
Apologies, that one kind of almost killed me. Congratulations to Naz in what was a sensational knockout right there. The writing was almost on the wall. I was about to say it as he was setting it up with that pull elbow, a thing of beauty, Swaggy. From left field it came, but you know he just looked so goddamn dialed in.
Yeah, no, that was insanity. He just came out and landed that elbow out of nowhere. It was kind of just perfect timing, and just, you know, he was waiting for that connection that entire fight, Jay.
Literally. Okay. First of all, we're about to get the finals now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're about to get Nas versus Smudger. That we're getting?
That is correct, sir.
For the first time ever.
All right, listen. So they used to be NM boys together, right? We get Smudger and Nas. I've never seen that in PT.
It's never happened, bro. It's never happened, just due to a number of things. I mean, normally one of them would sit out if the other was champion and not compete because they didn't want to fight each other. They're now in separate camps. Of course, they're still very, very much friends, and you know, I'm sure they probably still train together. But we finally get to see what is set. Honestly, it's one of those fights that I've wanted to see for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun old matchup, Jay. Like that stylistically, the way that these guys actually kind of meld together, I don't know what that looks like. You know, I really don't.
This is very interesting, to say the least. Like, I'm in my head like, how does this match actually go between Nas and Smudger? Like, yeah, I gotta see this.
This is a dream fight.
Well, the good news is these guys are just going to be getting set up right now. Okay, lovely. So as per normal, the way this works, lads, is that we kind of go ahead in it in the background, but there are currently just normal integrity checks running in the background between competitors. So those are happening as we speak. I think that this would be a great opportunity, as we have been running for the last, what is it now? We've been running for just over 2 hours, lads. What we will do is they just complete these final kind of integ checks and allow these competitors an opportunity to reset themselves just slightly, as Naz, of course, has just come out of a very intense battle. We are going to hit a quick 60-second ad break, and then we will be back to play out the finals and bring a close to tonight's show. So grab your refreshments, do your toilet breaks, or whatever else you need. Get strapped in and ready for the primetime final of the Grand Prix. What is going on, you beautiful bunch of savages? The Primetime Grand Prix is fully underway here this evening with an incredible night of fights. As always, the Primetime Guarantee has been in full effect. You have myself, Cyrez, Jay Goddamn Dime, and Swaggy in the booth here this evening. Lads, it's been an emotional ride already, and I know that you guys are eager to get into this next one, as am I. So without further ado, the matchup that we have been waiting for a very, very long time, and that is, of course, between now the reigning champion, NM Smudger, and of course, the contender that has fought his way through the gauntlet, J-Dime, and that is, I was going to say NM again, Soviet style Naz.
Uh-oh, here we go. Now, I love this fight. Okay, here we go.
Whew. Style.
You know, it's weird to see Naz in a fight and he's not Conor McGregor.
Very true. Very true. I think that, obviously Leon does have an edge in this fight, just due to the overall kind of stats, but Smudger's going to make that footwork really count for him, and I imagine he's going to try to snipe with that left hand and the right body hook. Very, very, very much so. This is on their end, lads. It should hopefully stabilize in a moment. We do apologize for the short kind of cut-ups in the stream itself.
This is going to start slow. This fight's going to start slow because, there's going to be this filling out process for a good little minute. They're going to keep slowly going faster and faster. But the problem is, I'm saying they know each other so well, so they don't want to expose themselves or overcommit to anything, Swaggy.
Exactly that. You took the words right out of my mouth. They know each other so well. They've probably fought over 1,000 times between UFC 4 and UFC 5, and that's a lot of fights to have with somebody. And they know each other in and out. And you even saw, like, very early on, Smudger caught that kick and he just kind of stood with it because he's probably been down the path sometimes. So Naz messing him up from that catch kick. So we're gonna see some things throughout this fight that are like, oh yeah, they just know each other so well, Cyrus.
Yeah, 100%. The feeling out process, I feel like it's just because they know how good each other are. The fact that they have variations to their styles, but they have trained against each other for a very long time. They've been teammates before this for a very, very long time. So they're probably very comfortable in what the other does or excels at. But of course, on the night when the lights are the brightest, it's about honing in and trying to find any sort of, chink in that armor to be able to walk away with the victory.
Ooh. This is just going to be a chess match. Okay, you gotta fix yourself.
Yeah.
No way.
So every time he throws a lead hook, I think we're gonna have to ban Naz throwing lead hooks. The joke. Throwing lead hooks, but Smudger looking dialed in, man. The way he's throwing that lead body hook, I love it. It's so subtle, Swaggy, and it continually tries to pepper away at that stamina of Edwards, which is one of the advantages that he would have, is the cardio effect, cardio department.
Yeah, no, for sure. I also want to point out somebody's definitely going to take that lead hook statement and start calling lead hooks cheesy.
Everything's cheesy. So that's what I want to say, bro. Everything's cheesy. Jeez.
Yeah.
I like cheese.
A little bit of cheddar, my man. A little bit of cheddar.
Some Gouda.
Jab straight. We are in the second round of a potentially scheduled 5-round fight. No takedowns at all attempted on either department. A very clinical, striking performance being put on by both guys. There are slight advantages in stamina for Naz, and slight health advantages for Smudger after some slightly superior work in that first round.
Man, I feel like Nas is going to pick it up more this round just because he started real slow, and you know what I'm saying, now it's time to start. But the problem is he don't want to overcommit. That was close. He doesn't. He's playing up like he's making it reads, but he's playing really safe. Like he's not trying to get hit with a counter, Swaggy.
No, not at all. You don't want to get hit by a counter from Connor because Connor's so powerful, and it's also Smudger throwing it. Smudger's dangerous too. That one's nice.
You got to remember, like, Naz with that Leon Edwards pick, headshot dead, man. Like, it doesn't take too many. Leon Edwards, you know, he's very clinical. Some people kind of criticize the fact that he doesn't kind of go hell for leather out there, but it's because he's looking for tactical work to be employed, J-Dime. He's looking to land clean shots and make sure that he is staying defensively sound, and Naz is trying to do that much the same right now, although those were a couple of nice flurries from the champion Smudger.
They're fighting against each other like they've sparred thousands of rounds. That's the way. Like you see all these feints right now.
Well, weren't they basically in a camp together for the entirety of UFC 4? Wasn't that a thing there? So I mean, I'm sure these guys have. You know, I'm sure these guys have got thousands in the rounds. Spooky Smashes coming through with the raid. We appreciate you, my man, one of the veterans of the community. Welcome everybody coming through in that raid. Timed out perfectly for the main event of the Grand Prix here this evening between NM Nudger and Soviet-style Naz for the first ever matchup they've had on a UFC title in a competitive landscape.
Oh.
Oh!
You got him.
Oh, and now
This is where Naz is really going to start to empty the gas tank, I think.
yeah, this is where, because Nas is really good at picking his spots. He may start slow, but soon as he get that one to change momentum. Now he's gonna slowly keep picking this up, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, 100%. And what Smudger needs to do now, Smudger needs to get on his bicycle, and Smudger needs to really move around the cage, get Naz throwing, and he needs to start countering him.
What we got there? Round apiece, right? Round apiece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1-1.
Holy shit. It's about to go down, lads. We hit the third round here of a potentially 5-round fight. Of course, the PlayStation title for PrimeTime MMA is on the line. One of these guys trying to walk away as world champion here this evening. So big moments already, Swaggy, from both sides, but you can see that after that stun, Naz has found a next level of confidence, especially with a subtle stamina advantage that he currently has.
Ooh. Yeah, bro, Naz is really
Oh, man.
Oh!
Oh, I don't know if... Oh. I say this side
Naz
control could get nasty.
nasty.
Oh.
I know that their stream has frozen up momentarily, but you can hear them punching each other if nothing else.
I think Naz is content. He's gonna be content just sitting here.
Yeah.
I really think that.
Yeah.
He gonna minute win, because he done already hurt him.
I was gonna say he got the stun, man, so he's up. It's on Smudger now to try and close this out, but like this is one of the things. Same in boxing, man. You can afford to drop a round if you win the majority of them. So, of course, he doesn't want to go 2 rounds down in this one, but also he doesn't want to completely kind of blow his stamina trying to do things that are ultimately going to end up putting him further and further behind. And Smudger knows that, Swag. He's not going to take any unnecessary risk as Naz continues to posture up and reset the referee from time to time. Smart move, smart work.
Yeah, no, 110%. They oof. She's just such a technical war.
No, stop lagging.
Yeah, I know, man. It's
Stop.
fucking painful. Oh, but it always comes right back at the right time, Jay.
Yeah.
It's like a sign there's gonna be a counter.
It's the calm before the storm swag. You know, when the stream freezes up, it's just like, okay, calm yourself. Something big's about to happen.
And then boom.
Oh wow. I thought it was going to be Smudger sniping with that left hand, but Naz is really making it work for him right now. That left hand has been money.
Good round. 2-1.
Wow. 2-1 Naz?
Yes.
One Naz, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Full guard doesn't count as top control time. It's mad, bro. It's mad. It says 32 seconds. I'm sure you had him down there for like 2 minutes.
Are you really in control when you're in full guard though?
Yeah.
Hey,
But
listen, what is he doing from that bottom? Tell me what he's doing from that bottom.
Well, you could do a lot of things actually.
No, but tell me what he was doing from bottom.
I mean, nothing. He's Conor McGregor, but
Like, don't get me wrong. It's one of the more neutral positions from on the ground, but it's also not. You know, it's also not.
it can be dangerous.
There's difference. We were talking about there's levels of black belts. There's levels of guard, man. Like no two guards are the same. And Conor McGregor's guard is definitely not up there.
Yeah. I might be able to pass it.
No, you won't. Oof. Nas fights so well off his back foot. Oh, nice. Taking that block off, Smudger.
I don't know. We saw Roadhouse recently, and Conor McGregor has quite clearly been working on those double legs. I don't know if you saw. So
I see.
maybe he shoots a double leg here. You never know.
Man, Conor's gonna come back. He's gonna be way faster, stronger, a better grappler than he's ever been. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going.
Bro,
Conor's
if you
Hey, you see Conor look, you know Conor's not swole anymore. Conor look normal now.
yeah, it's starting to look like a human being, right?
Yeah.
Stop drinking milk.
He says he's not drinking milk. Man, I'm gonna defend Conor. He got that swole for the movie, okay? That's for the movie role.
Yeah, it wasn't drugs.
He couldn't let Jake Gyllenhaal look so
No.
big, you know.
Yeah.
He was on that Hulk Hogan diet of praise and vitamins.
Yeah, but listen, for the movie. That's
Yeah.
for the movie.
Praise and vitamins.
Uh-huh. He's on that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Ooh.
One thing to look at is they're both cut, and Naz's is a little deeper than Smudger's. Meaning more blood's coming out of it.
Okay. Let me see. Oh. That's a Nas round right there. I knew this fight wouldn't be like the most high action fight because they know each other. They're gonna fight safe.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that there's definitely like big moments happening from round to round, but they're being intelligent about it. The fight IQ is at a very, very much a high right now, J-Dime, because they're looking and waiting for the openings that are there, and then when they are there, both guys are capitalizing it. Neither one of these guys is missing out on the opportunities that present. and that's why it's so down to the wire. We've now gone into the 5th and final round. Who won that last round?
Nas.
Nas. It's
Nas.
3-1.
3-1.
Yeah, it's 3-1. So the thing was, Nas landed 14 strikes that round, and Smudger landed 8. That's how technical this is right now.
You would think Smudger needs something big. Smudger needs a finish.
See, the thing is, I don't disagree, but I'm not sure how that last round went. But I will say that our unofficial, or our officially unofficial round scorer has it 2-2 going into this final.
He said, I think. He cannot be official right now. He said, I think.
Oh, bro, he was never official. He's our official unofficial round scorer.
Yeah.
That's like you
asking
asking a judge, be like, hey, who's winning this fight? I think he, like, I don't know, like, but I think he.
That's how they be sometimes, though, Jay.
No, they do.
You know from experience.
Look, I will take Toby's picks over Adelaide Bird's.
No, I didn't.
Like, it's, yeah. Nas, obviously, though, big moment in this fight. Gets the rock, able to get the takedown.
Oh, and.
Now, he's not going to be content with a decision, I would imagine. And we've seen wilder things happen, Jay, when it comes to decisions. It is the most realistic aspect in the game on how wildly inconsistent that is. So with this top mount, the ground and pound is going to follow. And I'm surprised he didn't let that go. He had the stamina to finish it. Undeniable up. Nas
He should
hits
have
it.
did it twice.
Yeah. Oh, those elbows are brutal.
This is looking bad. He's not gonna be able.
May the MMA gods look favorably upon us and give us 1 minute 30 of uninterrupted stream. We want to see this in all of its glory.
This is close to done.
Yeah.
Ooh. He's surviving by a thread right now.
Yeah. Did not see them, but there was 3 punches landed and blocked right there in the moment that it, at least from the sound of it. Posh up again, once from Nas. He's 2 punches away from it, bro. It's literally 2 punches away from a victory. Oh!
He has to go ball to the wall at this point. He has to go for broke. He cannot. He has to go for broke at that point.
Yeah. He didn't want to get finished. Didn't want to get finished. I think he may have taken like a moral victory, if nothing else. We'll see which way the judges score it. You see, round by round, they're playing out highlights. The first round, Conor McGregor highlights. Second round, Leon. Jesus, man. They're playing out the highlights. We appreciate this, lads. Let it run out. Let it run out.
I don't like seeing Conor get elbowed like that. I don't appreciate that.
Well, we go to Bruce Buffer, who is voicelessly announcing the victor right now. Dana with that belt. I think it's probably Nas. Probably Nas.
Mm-hmm.
And it is. And new PlayStation champion of the world, your PrimeTime champion for the Grand Prix. He made it through the gauntlet. He passed all of the tests with flying colors. Swaggy J-Dime. It is Soviet-style Nas with a breakthrough performance here this evening in what was a absolute masterclass of striking from both of these guys. It was an incredible battle between 2 of the absolute best to do it.
Great performance by Nas. It was a real high IQ performance. Like, after he stunned him and got him on the ground, he camped positions just so he don't even have a chance to get up. Like, he fought so intelligently during this match, and that was just a great performance. So we got a new champion.
Goddamn-lutely. I mean, this guy did it all here this evening. He looked absolutely phenomenal. Beat the who's who of competitors. I mean, people were saying that he was going to have an issue with AKA Dave, that, you know, he rage quits when he fights him normally on ranked and that, but Naz showed us tonight that when the lights are brightest, he turns up, and he was able to do it again. He's a multiple-time champion now, both in UFC 4 and now, of course, able to get that strap in UFC 5. I personally cannot wait to see how the rest of this division unfolds now as we move forward to the regular part of the season. But this skip across to this side, as we see Naz, I'm gonna make that shit bigger because he has a small name. But yeah, Naz, as your champion, congratulations, much respect, and new incredible night of fights. Want to take a couple moments to thank each and every one of you guys who competed here this evening, both the guys that have long-term been waiting for this opportunity after we had to delay it last week, and of course all of the guys that filled in on short notice. Once again, thank you to all of the guys in the back that has made this possible. We appreciate each and every one of you. Wouldn't be possible without the work that you guys put in. And you know, without further ado, guys, we are going to call an end to this evening. So much love from myself, Cyrus, J Dime, and Swaggy.
I got to stand up. I want to see myself.
Doc left, so he messed up.
Damn.
But on that point, I don't know personally if I'm going to be around for a couple of weeks now as I try to get these health issues sorted. But rest assured that Primetime MMA will continue week in, week out with these shows. We are setting everything in its right place to ensure that these cards can continue at full pace. You will see Swaggy in this booth very often. You will see J Dime, the eternal professional, being in this booth. This man, much like myself, I believe, wasn't feeling too well here this evening, so he battled through that shit like the goat he is. Until the next one, stay safe, much love, and we will catch you all very, very soon.